Coronation Street bosses have finally announced the full details of Betsy Swain's shocking new storyline, which explores the dangers of non-fatal strangulation. The Weatherfield teenager is found unconscious and rushed to hospital in today's episode, with doctors confirming that she has suffered a stroke caused by a blood clot. In harrowing scenes, it's revealed that Betsy's health scare was caused by damage to an artery in her neck following strangulation. Once her condition has stabilized after she suffers a second stroke, Betsy reveals that her boyfriend Dylan Wilson strangled her during consensual sex. Both are horrified by the consequences, as they believed the pressure applied was minimal. In the coming months, viewers will witness Betsy's challenging recovery journey as she transitions from hospital to home, navigating significant life changes, a Coronation Street spokesperson explained. This storyline highlights the profound physical and emotional impact of a stroke at such a young age, as Betsy battles to adjust to her new reality. Coronation Street announced last week that Betsy would suffer a health scare, but the exact details of the cause and Dylan's involvement were held back. Young cast members Sydney Martin and Liam McShane, who play Betsy and Dylan, had also previously spoken about exploring a big issue-based storyline this year. In the coming weeks, Betsy urges her loved ones not to blame Dylan, as what happened between them was consensual. However, as Dylan faces a backlash from various local residents, including Betsy's mum Lisa, Rover's barmaid Lauren Bolton, and love rival Brody Michaelis, he's forced to accept that he's responsible. Show chiefs have been working closely with the Institute for Addressing Strangulation, IFAS, the Stroke Association, and Safaline while developing this storyline. The charities have been reviewing scripts and have met with the Corey team in person to give input. Coronation Street has always pushed boundaries when it comes to telling challenging, thought-provoking stories, and this story is no exception, said producer Kate Brooks. Shining a light on the dangers of this all-too-common trend, we wanted to chart Betsy and Dylan's story as they navigate the catastrophic implications of a moment of naivety and the impact not only on them, but also on their families and the wider community. By consulting extensively with IFAS, the Stroke Association, and Safaline, we aim to handle Betsy's journey with the care and sensitivity it deserves while sparking a difficult and somewhat contentious conversation that helps raise awareness of the risks involved in partaking in such acts. Research from the IFAS has revealed that over 55% of young adults, aged 16 to 34, have either been strangled or strangled someone else during sex, with many unaware of the significant health risks. Professor Kath White, medical director at the Institute for Addressing Strangulation, IFAS, commented, "We are grateful to Coronation Street for approaching this storyline with such care and a commitment to medical accuracy. Non-fatal strangulation can result in life-changing injuries, including stroke, even where there are no visible external signs. There is no safe way to strangle. We hope this storyline helps increase understanding of the risks, challenges common misconceptions, and encourages anyone affected to seek advice and support. There is no safe way to strangle. We hope this storyline helps increase understanding of the risks, challenges common misconceptions, and encourages anyone affected to seek advice and support." Every year, around 85,000 people survive a stroke in the UK, but recovery can be long, complex, and life-changing. We hope that Betsy's story will help raise awareness of stroke among viewers, including younger audiences, and encourage people to recognize the signs. If you think you or someone you know is having a stroke, you should act fast and call 999. Stroke is a medical emergency. For anyone who'd like to find out more about stroke and the support available, please visit www.stroke.org.uk. The revelation has sent shockwaves across Weatherfield, leaving families searching for answers while viewers brace themselves for the emotional consequences. A normal day turns into a nightmare. Betsy's life appeared to be moving forward despite recent turmoil. Friends and family hoped the worst was finally behind her, but everything changed in an instant when she suddenly collapsed. Panic spread quickly as emergency services rushed to help. Loved ones watched helplessly while doctors fought to stabilize her condition, unsure whether she would survive or what permanent damage might remain. The terrifying scenes reminded everyone how quickly life can change, especially for someone so young. The truth finally emerges. As Betsy's family anxiously waited at the hospital, medical staff began piecing together the events leading up to her collapse. What they discovered stunned everyone. Doctors confirmed that Betsy had suffered a stroke caused by a serious injury that had gone unnoticed until it was too late. Rather than being the result of an underlying illness, the stroke was linked to trauma that triggered damage inside a major blood vessel supplying blood to her brain. The diagnosis left her loved ones in disbelief. No one expected such a severe medical emergency to stem from an earlier incident that had initially seemed survivable. The shocking explanation transformed what first appeared to be an isolated collapse into a devastating chain of events with life-changing consequences. A family torn apart. For Betsy's mother, every second in the hospital became torture. Questions raced through her mind as guilt and fear overwhelmed her. Could the warning signs have been spotted sooner? Was there anything anyone could have done differently? Those painful questions echoed throughout the hospital corridors as relatives struggled to process the heartbreaking news. Meanwhile, friends gathered outside, desperately hoping for positive updates while trying to understand how someone so young could suddenly suffer a stroke. Emotional fallout across Weatherfield. News travels fast on Coronation Street, and Betsy's condition quickly became the talk of the community. Residents who had witnessed recent events couldn't help wondering whether the tragedy could have been prevented. Some blamed bad luck. Others questioned decisions made before the medical emergency unfolded. The uncertainty created tension among several characters, with emotions running dangerously high. As guilt, anger, and heartbreak collided, old relationships faced fresh strain, while unexpected alliances began to form. Betsy's fight isn't over. Although doctors managed to stabilize Betsy, her recovery promises to be anything but straightforward. A stroke can affect speech, movement, memory, and confidence. For a young person, rebuilding everyday life can become an enormous challenge. Physical rehabilitation will likely become a major part of her journey, requiring determination from both Betsy and the people supporting her. The emotional scars may prove just as difficult to heal. Learning to regain independence after such a traumatic event is never easy, and Coronation Street appears ready to explore every step of that difficult road. A story with real-life impact. One reason the storyline has resonated so strongly is its grounding in real medical issues. Many people associate strokes with older adults, yet they can happen at any age under certain circumstances. By highlighting a traumatic injury as the trigger, the show shines a light on a lesser-known cause that many viewers may never have considered. Rather than relying solely on dramatic twists, the storyline encourages audiences to recognize that serious symptoms should never be ignored. The combination of emotional storytelling and medical realism has made Betsy's ordeal one of the soap's most memorable recent plots. What happens next? The coming episodes are expected to focus on Betsy's long road to recovery and the emotional impact on everyone around her. Will she regain her independence? Can her family stay united through the crisis? Will those connected to the events leading up to her injury be able to live with the consequences? These questions promise to drive the drama for weeks to come. Relationships may be tested. Secrets could resurface, and long-held resentments might finally explode as the truth continues to affect every corner of Weatherfield. A defining moment for Coronation Street. Coronation Street has never shied away from tackling powerful social and medical stories, and Betsy's stroke is shaping up to be another unforgettable chapter. The heartbreaking revelation about the true cause of her condition transforms the storyline from a shocking medical emergency into a deeply emotional exploration of family, resilience, and hope. For viewers, it's a reminder that life's biggest battles often begin without warning, and that recovery isn't measured only by physical healing, but also by the strength of those who refuse to give up. As Weatherfield rallies around Betsy, fans will be watching closely, hoping that one of the show's brightest young characters can overcome the toughest challenge of her life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coronation Street Scoop News Update.